video, I'm going to show you how I made this Pochita pumpkin from Chainsaw Man. Let's get started. Alright, so I have my pumpkin right here, and I have some cardboard. For the blade, I'm going to be using the cardboard. So, I'm just going to be cutting out a chainsaw shape. Alright, so I have the chainsaw shape right here, and I'm going to be tracing it again and cutting it out, so I have 2 pieces of cardboard. Alright, there, so I have 2 pieces, and I'm just going to glue them together like that. Alright, so I just added EVA foam to the chainsaw, just on the edge, and I'm gonna add the spikes. Okay, so I have my eyeballs here, and I'm just gonna glue them to the pumpkin. For the mouth, I just used some black paint. And yeah, you're gonna wanna be careful when you're doing that. For the tail, I have a small piece of yarn, and I'm going to be making the triangle out of cardboard. Okay, so I just attached the yarn to the end of the pumpkin, and I'm gonna glue the triangle to the yarn. There. And that is going to conclude today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, donate to my Buy Me a Coffee. And that's going to be it. See you guys next time. Hello everybody, welcome to Chaotic Studios. I like to make things, and these are the things that I make. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I made Toji's worm from Jujutsu Kaisen. Let's get started. Alright, so basically, with my purple fabric, I have a big tube set up. So yeah, it's just a big sleeve, and I'm going to be sewing it so it ends up being a big tube. So I have my sewing machine set up. Alright, so I just sewn this, and it's basically like a big tube. I rounded the edges like that. So yeah, it's like a big sleeve. I left this edge empty so I can fill it with stuffing later to give support. But yeah. So next I have my big tube, and I have some fluff right here, and I'm just gonna be filling it up. It's like the kind of fluff that you find inside the pillow. And yeah, so I'm just gonna be putting this inside the tube. Alright, I just finished filling it. And we have a big worm. Alright, now, so for the eyes, I have these foam circles. This is made with foam clay. I found the foam clay at like a dollar store. They're very easy to make. You can also paint googly eyes. That's also a good way. And I have some scrap of the fabric that I just used. So I'm going to be making the eyelids with that. There. That's one eye finished. Alright, so I have both the eyes already, and I'm gonna glue them to the worm. Alright, so for the little sections of the worm, I have some embroidery thread here, and I'm just tying it around to make little sections. So I have my thread. So yeah, and after you tied it, it should be like that. And that is going to conclude today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, donate to my Buy Me a Coffee, and I will see you all next time. Alright, see ya. So, I've recently been watching Jujutsu Kaisen. It's a really good show, but so far my favorite character is definitely Gojo. My favorite version of Gojo is him with his blindfold on, and I wanted to cosplay that version. It was kind of hard to find a see-through blindfold, so I just decided to make one. Let's get started. To start with the blindfold, I have this mesh here. Now, this, it's a foam, mesh, and it's, made for, kitchens, drawers, and that kind of thing. And yeah, so I'm just gonna cut a big strip of it. There. So now we have a big strip bandana. Alright, now, in the center of the blindfold, I am going to cut out a triangle shape. It'll be for the nose. Like that. Alright, so I've been tweaking around with this, and the end shape is like this. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to be gluing up the ends, kind of like this. I'm going to be folding it like that, just so it'll go over my ears nicely, and, yeah. Careful when gluing mesh, because it's a lot easier to burn yourself. One side. Yeah, so both ends have been glued up. But anyways, that is going to conclude today's video. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing. I also have a buy me a coffee if you want to support me that way. If you want to watch another anime-themed video, please check out my Chainsaw Man video. It should be up on screen right now. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Everybody, welcome to Chaotic Studios. I like to make things, and these are the things that I make. So lately, I've been watching a lot of Chainsaw Man. It's a really good show, and I love the characters and the character designs. So obviously, I decided to make a Chainsaw Man cosplay. I really liked how the cosplay turned out, and I'll show you all the steps to make it, and stick around to the end, because I'm going to do a photo shoot with the cosplay. And before we begin, I'd just like to ask if you can kindly like and subscribe. It will mean a lot, and it's free. And yeah, let's get crafting. So I just cut out this shape onto some paper. It's the side panel of Chainsaw Man. And I'm gonna trace that onto some EVA foam. So I have some foam right here. And we're gonna trace it on. Alright, so that's the first one done, and you're gonna want to flip the paper when you're doing the second one. There. So that is the second one done. And you're gonna want to cut that out. So after gluing all that with some contact cement, I ended up getting this piece. So it's two rectangles on the top with a groove here, with the side panels that I showed earlier glued on, and I added a spot on the bottom here for the teeth to rest, and a thing here for support. And yeah, that's this piece. So next, I'm cutting out to the chin, which is just a triangle out of some foam. And there, so I'm gonna build this up a little more. So this is the chin, and it's gonna be kind of like this. Whatever. Yeah. So to make the back part of the helmet, I have some foam, and this is floor mat foam, so it has kind of this texture on the other side, and so I'm going to use this texture for the back side. It's more like a robotic. So yeah, I'm just gonna glue a top part in like this. Yeah, like that. So now I have the back piece for it, and I'm gonna cut some parts from the sides. So I added to the back, I added this kind of box shape to the back, because like the back is kind of boxy. Yeah, and I added some more teeth. I'm gonna add some detailing to here, and to the jaw, I'm adding these strips to here so they can attach to the main part. So I added some detailing to the sides of this, just some scraps that I thought could fit there. Yeah, just to add some like details. And yeah, this is what it's gonna end up looking like. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. And yeah, next I'm either going to add the chainsaw, the handles, or finish up the jaw. Okay, so right now I added some handles to the top. I like how they turned out. And I added this blade. Now the blade is just cardboard right now. And yeah, I really like how it turned out. I finished up the jaw and I added these strands here to the side with the jaw. And yeah, so it's wearable right now. And but next I'm going to make the spikes on the chainsaw. For that, I have this fancy foam stuff. I got this at I think Michael's for like a few bucks, and I'm gonna make some spikes out of it. So I'm gonna cut out a strip. Alright, and I'm gonna cut them into smaller rectangles. Alright, so I'm gonna cut these down diagonally to make little triangles like that. So now I have all my triangles here, and I'm just gonna glue them to the blade of the chainsaw. So I just painted the guy. I painted his teeth here, and I added some blood splatter. I think it looks pretty good. And yeah. So these are the chainsaw arms that I made. I'll show you one. They're made out of cardboard with foam ends. And there's this hole here for my arm to go in. It goes in like that. And there. They're super easy to make. I made this one in like a day. Yeah, you're gonna want to make 2 of them. Alright, so I just painted the chainsaws. I added a blood splatter effect, and I painted them silver. So yeah, that's just an update. Alright, so we're about to do the photo shoot. I'm at a baseball diamond in my neighborhood, and we have the camera set up, and we have my costume. I got these shoes for the thing. I think they match the character pretty well. So yeah, we're gonna do the photo shoot. I really like how this cosplay turned out. It might be my favorite cosplay. If this video reaches 100 likes, I will make another Chainsaw Man video. So, give this video a like and subscribe, and see you next time. In this video, I'm going to show you how I made this a Nosuke mask from Demon Slayer. Let's get started. I started with a very basic helmet base, which is a long strip of cardboard with 2 more strips like that. And I'm going to build up the sides to give it more form. Alright, so next I'm going to be gluing a big piece of cardboard to the base. Alright, so I trimmed it a little, and I also added some to the back. So, this is a little update to what I've done. Alright, so I have the nose here, which is just a cardboard tube for now. So I have the end, and I have it kind of at an angle here. And I'm just gonna glue it to the mask. Alright, so just a little update. I covered the cardboard base with a fur that I bought. For the fur, I just ripped up an old pillow, and I just essentially just glue it to it. For the eyes, I cut little holes in the eyes and I folded it through, as you can see. So yeah, I just added fur. Okay, so I have the tusks set up. There's EVA foam, and I have some white spray paint. So I'm just gonna hit him with some white spray paint. Alright, so I have the nose all painted and finished up, and using the same techniques I used for putting the fur on and for making the nose, I made these ears. Just like that. So yeah, I'm gonna glue those on. Alright, so I just finished up the helmet. I added the eyeballs. The eyeballs are just felt underneath some mesh material. And I have them both. And these tusks are just EVA foam also. I spray painted it white. I added some foam on the inside. These are just sponges. You can just use any like kitchen sponge. And yeah, so it's finished. And that is going to be it for today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and donate to my Buy Me a Coffee. It all helps me out, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.